Here are some SpongeBob characters attempting to commit murder.
Hey, you guys.
Take that, you zombie!
I'll take it from here. Die, zombie!
And here's how it all went down in the UK version.
Hey, you guys.
Take that, you zombie! Hey, this guy's not a zombie. He's just an ordinary health inspector.
I guess that extra bunk was just too much for the kids to handle. So today, I'll be counting off all the times the British broadcasters decided to censor SpongeBob. From disturbing imagery to jokes about mental health, we got them all. And of course, we'll start with a classic reason to edit the kids show, profanity. You know how slang is different in the US and the UK? For example, do any of you have any idea what a codswallop is? Well, don't go yelling that in the streets of London. You're bound to get some dirty looks. Anyway, a few episodes have been edited for that exact reason. We're heading off with the two most bitter rivals in Bikini Bottom, well, except for when they're friends. In fact, one of these rare moments of friendship was censored in the UK. It was when this new drink craze hit town.
Crabs, we haven't sold a single soda in days.
Everyone's enjoying a delicious kelp shake. I'm gonna get a refill.
Yeah, kelp shakes are putting the Krusty Krab and the Chum Bucket out of business. Not that the latter needed much help to collapse into financial ruin to begin with, but I digress. Plankton and Eugene try to figure out the soda's secret formula. How does that feel, Krabs?
Do that if I were you. There's another ingredient.
This is amazing.
Well, don't be selfish.
Oh no.
Karen tried to warn you guys, but you wouldn't listen.
Take decades to clean this hazardous material up.
Look at us.
Fuzzy Krabs and Fuzzy Plankton roughly in the color and texture of a tennis ball. But do they care? No. Because the Kelp Shakes place is out of business, and these two are overjoyed to go back to their usual shenanigans.
Hey, get back here, you little booger!
However, the word booger sounds quite close to the word bugger, which in the UK is a less than kind way of calling someone annoying. So this happened.
I love being hated.
The jump cut feels jarring and poorly edited, but at least they managed to save the innocent British kids from such profanity. Jarring and poorly edited means it's noticeable. On the other hand, the sneakiest form of censorship is the one that you don't even realize is there. This next one is much smoother. It was when Krabs installed a new safety measure to protect the formula. Yep, the only two episodes we talked about so far, and they both involved the same two fricks. We all know about your sailor's mouth, Eugene.
The Krabby Patty formula is finally mine. What happened?
Oh, just a little security measure I've been working on.
Oh, that rules out takeaway. And what happens when you swallow the exploding mechanism?
Those Krabby Patties really hit the spot.
And next time you might want to try chewing. You're gonna blow up like a balloon.
Nonsense.
Murder, right, got it. Now here's the scene that aired in the US.
Man, I stole that Krabby Patty fair and square.
Oh, poor little baby Waby. Does little Planksy Wanksy need his nappy wappy?
And here's the gentle hand of British censors.
Man, I stole that Krabby Patty fair and square.
Oh, poor little baby Waby.
Yeah, they thought the line about Planksy Wanksy was a tad too vulgar. Why? Well, Wanksy has the word wank in it. Scandalous. I guess they can finally sleep at night now that they've saved the younger generation from such depravity. Now quick, name a fact you know about Plankton. Did you say that he comes from a huge hillbilly family? If so, you're exactly right. So in Plankton's army, Krabs preparing for a very important anniversary.
25th anniversary of the first time me archenemy Plankton ever tried to steal me secret Krabby Patty formula. Never know what trick he'll use to steal me secret Krabby Patty formula.
Well, the day's first attempt wasn't quite peak supervillain stuff, I'll tell you that much.
Aha! Plankton! You knew I would never distrust a dollar!
That's right, Krabs. Now hand over the secret Krabby Patty formula.
Or what?
I don't know.
Dang, definitely not his best. So he tries to pull a big one, because apparently the guy has cousins. A lot of them. And he called them all. Why?
Alone we're powerless, but united the Plankton family could be a real pain in the fanny!
In the US, fanny is just another word for butt, but in the old world, well, let's just say it's the part of the body we all came out of. So they had to cut the word both in the UK and Ireland, even though they reinstated it in 2022.
Alone we're powerless, but united the Plankton family could be a real pain in... Krabs may think one Plankton is no problem.
In the end, Plankton rounds up his kin in his attempt to inflict the formerly referenced pain on Eugene's family.
Remember Zeke, Rufus, Jeep, Belcher McGee, Rainchild, Zeke Jr.
I get it!
Now that's a real army, and I can almost smell it through the screen. All that, and he manages to fall for one of Krabs' most ingenious safety measures, a plot twist, because as Sheldon is finally reading through the formula...
Don't do it! Pounds some freshly ground plankton.
I warned you.
And that's the end of that. And yeah, it was a decoy formula, by the way. Krabs is a nutcase, but he's not grinding up and feasting on his enemies' flesh yet. That's it. SpongeBob has cleaned up his act. No bad words will ever reach the ears of British children, and the same goes for any mention of mental health issues, because everyone knows that the best way to handle these is to never ever talk about them and deny their very existence. Ah, what a healthy attitude. Watch out, everybody. A new celeb is in Bikini Bottom. A cat that can hold its breath in perpetuity. Sure.
He's the greatest undersea athlete to originate from above the wet and briny, holding his breath as he walks the ocean floor.
That's the only problem a cat would have when it comes to living underwater. Not the crushing pressure of the ocean floor, not the currents, the fact that it can't swim, eat, or drink. I'll shut up now. It's a show about a talking sponge. Anyway, Bob invites Kenny over to the Krusty Krab so he can drool all over him.
One at a time. Kenny the cat will have time to meet each and every one of you. Welcome to the Krusty Krab.
Mr. the Cat, everything okay?
Guess what happens? He turns out to be a fraud. Big shocker.
Sorry to bother you, Mr. the Cat.
Good thing I got this oxygen-taking mask.
Bob is, of course, devastated. I've said it before, never meet your heroes, kids.
Wow, could you, Kenny? Here I was this entire time believing your act, only to discover that it was nothing but a bad act.
It's not what you think.
There's no room for thoughts now.
Wait. Whoa.
I can't believe I fell for such a phony. Oh, Kenny, how could you? You are my idol. You know, I should really talk about this with someone or I might get depressed.
Whoa, hold it right there, buddy. You can't be depressed. You're a cartoon character beloved by children. What do you mean by talk to someone? Depressed people don't exist. Not in the UK. Everybody's either a rich influencer or actor over there. Naturally, it had to be cut, and they got this instead.
Oh, Kenny, how could you? You are my idol. You know, I should really talk about this with someone.
SpongeBob, please, let me explain.
There, all's right with the world. Bottle up your feelings, guys. Act as if they don't exist. That's the only way to treat them. For what it's worth, actually, after his secret's outed by Bob and Sandy, SpongeBob figures out a way to salvage the guy's career.
Hey, I got an idea. Well, you can be the cat that likes water. That way you're still special.
I like it.
That's right. Everyone's happy. No one talks about their feelings and life just goes on as normal. You want to know another mental health issue that YouTube doesn't want me to talk about? Apparently, there's a medieval-themed restaurant in Bikini Bottom, which means the sea is at its own dark ages.
Welcome to Medieval Moments from swords, sorcery, and bad hygiene.
Hey, do you think your minimum wage job makes you feel ridiculous? Is your spirit utterly crushed by the endless 9-to-5 grind?
Right this way, please.
Excuse me, my good man. I believe thou meant to say, righteth this wayeth.
Someday, but not today.
Well, if you feel like this poor worker here, you know what to do. Shut up about it. That's why in the UK version, the fish stays silent.
Right this way, please.
Excuse me, my good man. I believe thou meant to say, righteth this wayeth.
The rest of the episode is pretty standard SpongeBob stuff. They get zapped to the Middle Ages, fight an evil sorcerer version of Plankton by bribing his dragon-esque jellyfish with Krabby Patties.
Destroy them!
I'd be more than happy to make you some more of those delicious Krabby Patties.
Curses! You win.
Hey, don't worry about it, just roll with it. Okay, jokes are a no-go, but apparently they have a problem with murder as well. And out of the picture, poor Squidward gets completely roasted when he stages an art show at the Krusty Krab.
See me expose my exquisite suffering. Get your art on!
My eyes! Ah! The pain!
Right, the flaming eyeballs were not necessary. Savage burn on Squiddy. Get it? Burn. They don't hire me for my jokes, guys.
Art appraiser. This so-called art will never be worth a penny.
Yeah, it's a pretty well established that Squid's no Picasso. However, the random fish with the scarf has a plan.
Paintings can become much more valuable when the artist is no longer with us. You know, out of the picture.
Out of the picture, eh? I think I can arrange that.
Yeah, nothing says Eugene Krabs like murdering someone for profit. Apparently, the UK censors took an issue with the visual of a man hanging from his neck. Oh, come on, what's wrong with it? He seems perfectly fine. Either way, this is what they got over there.
Paintings can become much more valuable when the artist is no longer with us. You know, out of the picture.
Out of the picture, eh? I think I can arrange that.
If you're wondering, Eugene does still try to kill Squidward in the episode, so yikes. There's only one way for our tentacled friend to escape.
Come on, Squidward! Destroy those paintings before Mr. Krabs gets back!
Yes! This is true art! So visceral, so dangerous.
Yes!
That's getting out of hand. Hey, if destroying paintings is expensive art, why not raise the entire dang restaurant to the ground? Makes complete financial sense. Eventually, though, they do become rich and famous.
Squidward! Mr. Krabs!
That is how I acquired this masterpiece.
As you can see, cartoon violence and attempted murder are perfectly fine, but an invisible noose is a step too far. Okay, I know I've been critical of this whole censorship frenzy, but there are 2 scenes in the US version of Are You Happy Now that I have no idea how they ended up making the cut. Okay, so Squidward realizes he has no single happiest memory, and immediately a plan is formed.
Take my order.
You're right, I don't have a happiest memory.
Don't worry, Squidward. I'll help you make a happiest memory.
Do you think you can?
No problem.
It's against my better judgment, but okay.
SpongeBob is trying to help Squidward feel happy. It goes just as well as you'd expect.
Time to face facts. I'll never have a happiest memory. And if I do, definitely won't involve you.
So Squiddy locks himself away and wallows up in his sadness. That's when the writers give us a few visual jokes about horrible ways to end it all.
I just can't seem to get happy. Well, that didn't help. I can't seem to get happy. Maybe this will help.
Okay, wow, they really went for the gullet with this one, huh? I don't think it's shocking at all that they chose to completely cut both of these scenes from the UK version. Gone, no trace of them across the pond. At least Squiddy found his way back to happiness, kinda. Or whatever Squidward considers to be happiness when he's not nagging all the time. The solution was simple, actually. Destroying dozens and dozens of cardboard cutouts of SpongeBob.
I feel wonderful!
Hope it was worth it, buddy. The dude can be horrifying when he lets himself go. Speaking of horror, how about some scarring kids for life action, huh? Have you ever felt that there are moments in kid shows that are way out there when it comes to disturbing imagery? Those low-key moments that creep up on the edges of your subconscious and you remember them years later in your shrink's armchair? No, just me? Well, the British censors seem to have agreed with me on a few counts, as there are multiple scenes cut from SpongeBob that were considered too scary for a cartoon. Let's talk about gruesome mutilation, shall we? Y'all remember Bubble Bunny, the sentient bubble created by SpongeBob? Yeah, it turns out SpongeBob can create life, and the dude's got mail.
Hey, little Bubble, where'd you come from? It's from my old friend Bubble Buddy. Wonder what's up with him?
We're about to know what's up with him because Bubble Buddy has a way to apply pressure to his friends.
Dear SpongeBob.
Could you please watch our son Shiny until we get back? I owe you one. Your pal Bubble Buddy.
Please keep Shiny away from sharp objects. We don't want him to go pop like his late Uncle Raymond.
Hey, asking for some help with babysitting from your buddy? It's not that bad. Now here's the eyebrow-raising bit.
They want me to watch little Shiny. I wonder when he's going to show up. I can't wait to meet him. Oh, hey, there you are, Shiny. Oopsie daisy.
So the dude wrote a letter, had his underage son deliver it all the way from Bikini Bottom, and then proceeded to go on his trip without even waiting for a response from the potential sitter. He just sprang a kid on him out of the blue. I wonder if they have child protection services in Bubbletown. Anyway, the whole point is keeping the kid away from sharp objects lest he meet a horrific end. Shiny's not a great kid, though. No wonder. The first thing he does is to straight up trash Squidward's place.
Where are you going? You can't go in there.
Please get your friend out my house.
What a soapy frick of a kid. The problem now is the place is full of sharp stuff, and Bob has to save Shiny from his own mess. And when it comes to the SpongeBob writers, you know that they're gonna have some fun when they put 2 of their main characters in a room full of sharp objects. Here's the bit the UK censors thought was too disturbing.
Jagged glass, barbed wire, cactuses. Cactus is protected by barbed wire. Shiny must be in this one. Gotcha! No, guess not. Oh no! You don't think he popped in there?
There he is!
And here's the final cut that aired in Britain.
Jagged glass, barbed wire, cactuses. Cactus is protected by barbed wire.
There he is! He's headed right for my glass menagerie!
The episode aired in season 8 in 2011, and for 13 years, that scene had never seen the light of day. It has, as of 2024, been edited back in, and it probably still hasn't seen the light of day because the sun doesn't exist in the UK. Fun fact, this episode has been censored twice. Twice, I say. Bob gets electrocuted while trying to save Shiny because of course he does. Here's what happens in the US episode.
Gotcha!
And here it is in the UK.
Gotcha!
You notice something different? There were practically no flashes in the British version. That's a whole different can of worms that's had the UK censors working overtime, but we'll get to that real soon. As for the rest of the episode, Bob saves a little fricker from all sorts of danger and then blows him a hot dog for dinner.
Shiny! He's okay. Uh-oh.
Hey there, buddy. Remember when you had me babysit your kid? Well, he died, but I made you a new one. He's got 2 heads now. Turns out Bubble Buddy, being the worst father in the world, doesn't really give a hoot. That's all he does. And then they just pack up and leave. The end. Our second entry in this section starts off like any other SpongeBob episode would, with a gargantuan sea monster threatening to end all life in Bikini Bottom. Nothing says joyful animated show like bright colors and mass murder. Naturally, when a calamity of that degree reaches your front door and your name is Eugene Krabs, there's only one rational way to act. Treat the horror like a customer.
Krabby Patties! Try a nice hot Krabby Patty. Only $3.99 each.
Guess how that went. Go on, you'll never believe it. Yep. That's the entire Krusty Krab down the monster's gullet. I mean, have you ever handled a situation so bad that what you thought was the end of the world actually brought along its pissed off mama? That's all, folks. All of our animated buddies are eaten, and the entire town to boot.
The gang's all here.
Well, sorta. They're all cursed to live inside the digestive tract of a whelk. Sandy's trying to get to the bottom of this. There could be a pun there, but I'm not smart enough to find it. And a part of her plan had to be completely cut from the UK version of the episode, and to be fair, I completely understand it. See if you can tell which bit was considered too scary for kids.
Hey, SpongeBob, lend me your corneas a second. You too, Patrick.
Okay.
Well, do you have an educated guess? I'm not really sure who thought this was a good idea. As an 8-year-old watching SpongeBob, I remember being terrified of the rock bottomites. Seeing Patrick and SpongeBob literally have their eyes gouged out would have sent me. So this is the British version.
Hey, SpongeBob, lend me your corneas a second. You too, Patrick.
Okay.
It was cut out, but it seems like the shot has been joyfully reinstated as of 2024. Sleep tight, little British kids. Eyeless SpongeBob is watching over you. I mean, they really have to draw the mangled eye flesh? Like, golly goober, dude. The rest of the episode's not much better either.
Well, golly, them whelks are full of germs.
I know just what to do. After all, I've had the suds. I just have to absorb the whelk snot, and they'll return to normal.
May I also point out that there's absolutely no reason why she needed their eyes ripped out for this observation? Anyway, yeah, SpongeBob sucks up the snot and saves everyone. I don't know, man. It's one of the weird ones. If you're ever in trouble, suck up the whelk snot. That's my new motto in life. Alright, there's another infamous entry on this list, but before I go about to ruin your day again, I thought I could lighten the mood a little bit. Disturbing doesn't just mean scary. There's more than one way to scar a child's psyche, although adults have it just as bad in this one. Plankton has a plan to vacate the Krusty Krab and steal the formula. How, you ask?
It's free ticket!
For what, Mr. Krabs? You and a guest won a week of relaxation on a luxury ocean cruise ship.
Woohoo! Works for me!
He bought Krabs and SpongeBob a cruise. That'll show them. The problem is that Krabs brings the formula with him, so Plankton's gonna have to resort to extreme measures, like date his wife.
A cruise? Just the 2 of us? This is another scheme to steal the secret formula. You can leave me home.
Of course not.
Poor Karen, man. Look at how happy she was. So they get on the boat, and Plankton immediately starts stalking SpongeBob and Eugene, and having no respect for personal space, he even stalks them into a steam room. Here's how that went down in the U.S.
Whew, that was close.
Boy, I'm so sweaty.
I hate you, Crab.
A horror can be subjective. Sliding down into the sweaty butt crack of a hairy middle-aged fish can be horrifying enough, especially considering his size. Poor guy practically drowned in sweaty butt flesh. The UK thought this was too much.
Whew, that was close.
Yet the scene was completely cut, no trace left behind. If you ask me, good riddance. Alright, we've had our fun cracking jokes about butts. That one was a little better than the last one, no? Anyway, there's an episode when both writers and animators completely forgot who their target audience was and put on a full-on jump scare in the show. I'm talking, of course, about SpongeBob in Random Land. The premise is quite standard. Krabs make Squidward and SpongeBob deliver an order to a sketchy place.
We don't deliver to Random Land.
And why not?
I heard the place is crazy.
Squidward, just because it's a preposterous neighborhood, don't mean the Krusty Krab won't attempt to take their money.
And as you can see, when an animated show sets up a place where the laws of nature don't apply, you just know it's an all-out excuse for the episode to go absolutely fracking loony.
Good Neptune, you're hideous.
You too.
Yeah, buckle up for a trip, kids. The boys have landed in Random Land, and, well, let me give you a taste of what that's like. You get my point. The entirety of the episode is a string of nonsensical random scenes as they're looking for the customer to place the order. And amidst all that chaos, one scene took it too far. And mind you, not too far by UK standards. This one's been censored in a bunch of countries, including the US. You've been warned. What on earth convinced the creators that this was a good idea? That legit creeped me out. Do I even need to show you what happened when the episode hit the cutting table in the UK? Gone completely. Hard agree. Red Mist Squidward has gone the way of the dodo everywhere and reason prevailed. To this day, only the Persian dub hasn't cut the scene from the episode. No clue why. And frankly, I'd like to put this all behind me now. Wisely, the duo flee Random Land without making the delivery, and the episode ends with the customer visiting the Krusty Krab to complain.
And I walked all the way to complain about never getting my delivery.
Your delivery, my good man. Mission accomplished.
Better never. If it's late, it's free.
Yeah, I ain't feeling bad for Krabs. To do put our boys through unimaginable horrors, making it through all that cannot be worth the minimum wage. Cutting out a scene is bad enough, but there is a way to take it even further, cutting the entire episode. There have been 4 episodes that were completely cut from SpongeBob's UK run over the years, and the reason for a couple of those is not exactly what you'd initially expect. The season 2 episode Gary Takes a Bath has been really just through the ringer. Released in 2002, is originally omitted from airing in the UK and Ireland. It came back in 2009, 7 whole years later, but not completely uncensored. Although British censors rarely share the reasons for editing and banning an episode, we can certainly figure out why they banned this one, judging from the 2 scenes that had never aired in the UK to this day. Put on your Sherlock Holmes hats then, cause I'm on the case. The premise of the episode is quite simple.
Gary, looks like it's that time of week again. Come on, let's go get the water started. Bath time! You're gonna have to get in that tub, Gary. Now, Gary, we can do this the hard way or the easy way.
Gary obviously chooses the hard way, so that's it. That's the whole thing. It's short and sweet, a simple 6-minute episode about SpongeBob trying to get Gary to take a bath. And try he did.
Check out this new toy. Fetch! Huh?
That first attempt was botched. The second one disappeared from the face of the earth. Here's how the scene played out in the US.
Gary! There's a bomb! It's gonna explode unless you take a bath! Please. I am now going to assault your mind.
Now you can probably guess what happened in the UK.
I am now going to assault your mind.
Vanished. Knockupado avocado. What the frick was that? It could just be because of the violence of the scene, or maybe it's a mental association of the suicide bombing and terrorist attacks. And if this one seems like a stretch, it's quite obvious why they cut the second scene. It's gotta be one of the cheekiest moments the SpongeBob writers have ever had.
Gary, it's an old pirate treasure map revealing the location of buried pirate treasure. Come on, boy, let's go get that treasure.
Can you guess where the map leads to? Go on, try. You probably won't get it. If you do, then good for you. I'm just being a pessimist for no reason, I guess.
It's treasure! Look, doubloons! Don't drop them. Look at this brooch!
Bob, my guy. Did you really say that out loud? Did you really wink at your pet while saying it? Is this still a kid's show? After all, this says Bikini Bottom like jokes about prison grape. Look at how it aired in the UK.
This isn't the bathtub. It's treasure! Look, doubloons! Look at this brooch!
Completely understandable. Have a nice day. And no, of course, Gary did not get in the bathtub.
I'm a dirty boy. Yeah, Gary, I'm getting behind my ears.
Yeah, just don't drop the soap, SpongeBob. Not if you want to air in the UK, that is. Now here's where the plot thickens. You guys remember Shanghaied? A SpongeBob classic, really. It's also widely considered to be a lost episode of the UK since it was banned for years, and the evidence all points to one thing. To start off, at the beginning of the episode, this happens.
Holy shrimp! Squidward! Squidward! This guy had a baby!
That's not a baby. That's a giant anchor.
SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward climb the rope all the way to the top, and sometimes it's all about the journey and not the destination, especially if the destination is a hellish eternity of servitude.
Whosoever sets foot on the Flying Dutchman shall become members of his ghostly crew forever.
Yeah, that's a sucky deal. Next time an anchor drops from the sky, don't try to find where it came from. It should have been common sense, really. So what's next? Well, Squidward tries to take a stand, and it goes just about as well as you'd expect.
Disgusting. I mean, look at this place. And hanging oil lamps. Good idea. Now what? I suppose you're gonna show me. Oh.
Fine. It's the ghost pirate life for our boys, then. There's only one problem. They suck at it. See, one of their main duties as members of the Dutchman's crew is to terrorize innocent mortals, and yeah, SpongeBob doesn't really do horror all that well, on purpose. I think you get my point. See, now this eternal servitude deal doesn't sound so sweet now, does it, Dutch? Just let the ship's HR handle it. Fire them, cut your losses.
This whole crew for eternity thing isn't working out.
You're setting us free?
Well, actually, I'm just gonna eat you.
That works as well. Thankfully, the Dutchman suffers from the most common weakness among ghosts. No, not a fear of holy water or daylight. He just can't eat without his dining sock.
Remember the last time I lost me dining sock? I couldn't eat for a whole week. Give it to me! Wait! You're stretching out the last. No!
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
Pink one is right. You give me back the sock, and I'll give you 3 wishes.
Make it 5.
You know, when an ancient, powerful specter grants you 3 wishes, all you need to do is play your cards right. Then you can be all about the fame, the riches, the decadence. Not SpongeBob, of course.
I wish we had known that earlier.
Okay.
I wish Squidward were here to see this.
I'm glad all that's over.
Squidward!
And for his final trick, well, something that'll surely not get them eaten. SpongeBob's no idiot, you know?
I wish Dutchman was a vegetarian!
We've been turned into fruits.
Hey, I get a wish too.
And that's it. That's the episode. Go ahead, ask. I'll wait. No, we have no official record as to why the episode was banned. Some say it was banned by CITV, the programming block that aired SpongeBob back in the day. Others say that people complained to Ofcom, the UK's broadcasting regulator, about the episode featuring scary scenes. But I, gentle viewer, have a theory. A dumb one. But as dumb as it may be, all the evidence points to it being right, in my humble opinion. SpongeBob usually airs its episodes in pairs, right? 2 10-minute episodes roughly form a 20-minute feature. Now I want you to guess which episode was paired with Shanghaied. Gary takes a bath. My guess is that they couldn't pair Shanghaied with any other episode, so it had to be cut along with its counterpart, and the proof, both episodes returned at the same time in March of 2009, the 19th to be precise. Now, there are a couple of episodes in this category that include stuff that could, in fact, raise an eyebrow or two in the old censorship bureau or whatever. Like, I don't know, Terrorism? In the first episode of season 15, a random fish tries to poach SpongeBob from the Krusty Krab.
We've converted a baseball stadium into a restaurant! So, how much to take this rookie full of holes off of your claws?
To cook in a stadium. Which the rando insists on referring to as the big leagues. I don't know, I don't think anyone does. Anyway, you can guess what incentivized Eugene.
Pardon my vapors.
But Mr. Krabs, I don't want to leave the Krusty Krab.
By the looks of this, destined for bigger and better things.
Let's get out of here.
I mean, did the guy have to buy SpongeBob? Is he not an employee? Kind of feels like Eugene straight up sold the dude to some other dude. And then he pits him against a couple of other dudes. The whole thing reminds me of gladiator pits.
Looks like you ain't got no fixins.
Yeah, remember that sea turtle? He was the runner-up because SpongeBob obviously beat him. He is also, how should I put it, a bit of a jerkwad.
I'll get back at you if it's the last thing I do.
His revenge plan is what got the episode canceled in the UK. You see, as SpongeBob started cooking in a stadium full of people, the turtle thought of a perfectly rational strategy, completely proportionate to how he was wronged.
Get him back.
Dude, get him back for what? He beat you in a cooking competition. Yeah, how was blowing up a stadium your next move? Now, how do we know the bomb bit is what forced the broadcaster's hands? Well, when the episode came back, it featured a sensitivity warning saying, "Sensitivity, political bombs explosion, B-story bomb planted in stadium." I mean, like, you can't get much clearer than that. But yeah, England has had a long history of terrorist attacks and bombings. One of the most recent and shocking events was the Manchester Arena incident when a bomber killed 22 people in a stadium. So yeah, you can totally see why they banned this. And the fact that the bomb eventually blew up didn't really help.
Our boys come back to us!
At least SpongeBob got sick of the big leagues and returned to his culinary home, the KK. Not that I had any doubt. Now, the final episode in this portion that was completely banned for a while is also a recent one. You know, when the Plankton family feuds, there's bound to be an explosive ending. I mean, it went so south this time that they had to get the episode off the air. You know what says support a family environment like nothing else? Opening a competing restaurant right next to the one your son has been trying to run for years.
Bucket! Everything, please.
Karen, people are idiots.
Yes.
Now, obviously, when your son is an established evil villain, you know the next thing he'll try is to sabotage your establishment. He starts off with a stroke of evil genius and elegance. Just bowl the health inspector.
The vermins are even preparing the food.
Oh my! This restaurant doesn't deserve an A! It deserves a triple A plus!
Do you see how fast he flipped? Now that's a fish with integrity, everyone. Next, he tries to unleash an unstoppable force of nature upon them, equal to a swarm of locusts. Yeah, I'm talking about Patrick Scullett.
Come on in, it's all you can eat!
I can eat all this! I can eat this! I can eat this!
But they seem to be able to find a use for him, one that's certain to raise their health inspection grade even higher.
This Patrick feller is the champion at sea.
I only like my food regurgitated straight from a man-child's mouth. Spud Bucket's my jam, man. So anyway, Plankton then decides to get the episode banned.
Delivery too.
Fire in the hole!
Yep, a scene with fries raining from the sky got the episode off the air. I mean, they are sensitive about bombings. After it was omitted from the broadcasting rotation for a whole year, they dug it out of its cold grave in the exact same way they did with the Big League Bob. They stuck a sensitivity warning on it about bombs, grenades, and all that. And really, the Plankton family has a thing for bombs, just wait and see. Sheldon manages to beat his family by getting their restaurant infected with chum.
Chum for flavor.
You're the chef? Oh no. Plankton is in the kitchen!
All's finally right with the world, so how do his parents pack up the place? Well, they don't.
Us and cleared us! Another surprise, please!
You know what they say, a family that blows up restaurants together stays together. And you just know that they treat the bombing episodes differently. It's not just about the violence. There have been a handful of episodes where violent or dangerous scenes have been cut, but none of them were banned or got a sensitivity warning. Let us then talk about the oldest censorship excuse in the world, the classic trope. It basically goes like this. Kid sees thing on TV, kid imitates thing, kid dies of thing. Yeah, there have been dozens of SpongeBob episodes that have been edited because broadcasters thought it would be dangerous for kids to try and imitate what they saw on the TV. It's especially dangerous when a show is so heavily grounded in realism, like one about a talking sponge frying burgers underwater. Granted, there have been some effed up stuff airing on the show over the years. For example, remember the nightmarish boots here?
These are the only official fry cook boots. These boots were given to me by the most famous fry cook in the sea.
Yeah, Krabs wanted to make a quick buck after buying the boots for Pearl, only to have them slammed back into his face. Huh, who knew teenage girls don't like rubber fisherman boots? SpongeBob's always a skeptic, though.
I'm ready, I want those boots.
You got yourself a deal.
Eugene's plan works, he just didn't think of one thing. Them boots be squeaking. Anyway, you get the point. Krabs, being the stable individual that he is, goes completely bonkers.
The infernal squeak! Those boots have got to go! I need an aspirin.
So still rolling on that very sane vibe, he solves his problem temporarily.
Quiet money.
Just imagine your employer breaking into your home, watching you as you sleep, and then running away with your shoes, laughing into the night. Again, his plan backfires. Why, though? It was so well thought out.
Mr. Krabs, I'm sorry.
It's okay, son.
It's not okay. I lost the boots. I let you die.
SpongeBob is devastated. Maybe you shouldn't have told him the boots were extremely valuable, only to be worn by the best fry cook in the world, and then stolen them from him because he didn't like their squeaking. Man, what a frackin' sociopath. Now here's what the UK broadcasters thought the kids were too impressionable to see.
Poor lad. Excuse me. I didn't do it!
I remember when I was 8, my boss stole my rubber boots. I so wanted to face plant into an underwater grill. It's a phase every kid goes through. I'm glad little Timmy in England didn't get any ideas like that. Wait, he's British. We'll call him Little Archibald. And he's gonna be our impressionable 8-year-old viewer till the end of the video. Now see what little Archibald saw.
Poor lad. Excuse me. I didn't do it!
And it's poorly cut to boot. The shot is completely gone. Little Archibald is safe and sound. And you know why classic SpongeBob is genius? Because this dumb premise was a setup for an Edgar Allan Poe spoof.
I did it! I took the boots! They're here! Please. I'm sorry! I'm squeaking no more!
Telltale Heart meet nautical nonsense. Speaking of Poe, the next episode on our list is a harrowing story, a horrifying tale of the deep. Nah, it's just Halloween and Bikini Bottom, and SpongeBob has a big problem.
Every Halloween, everybody scares me. Well, I'm sick of it. No more scaredy pants.
Yeah, apparently when it's that time of the year, everyone makes fun of him and calls him SpongeBob Scaredy Pants, which is a grave insult. So he forms a plan to scare everyone in Bikini Bottom, and he recruits another genius to help him.
Well, if you want to be scary, you're gonna need a good costume.
What do you think?
Great!
I'm the ghost of the Flying Dutchman.
Something's missing.
What do you mean something's missing? It's just SpongeBob with a bed cover over his head.
Look at my new paper ghost.
That is it, Patrick.
What's it?
I've got a square head, and a real ghost has a round one. All we have to do is make my head round, and boo! I'm scary.
And alas, we finally see the secret has been revealed. Now the boys really have a plan. Time to witness greatness. Just kidding, it was cut. Here's the US version.
Are you ready?
Remember, like this.
You sure you want to do this?
Shave me down, make me round.
All right, let's get to it.
What do you think?
And here's the UK.
Are you ready?
Remember, like this. What do you think?
Hey, if you can't trust little Archibald not to shave off the flesh from his friends' skulls, maybe little Archibald's just a psychopath and it's not the show's fault. Well, the episode aired in 1999. Yeah, OG Season 1. Can you guess when that scene aired in the UK? 2019. 20 whole years later. The boys start running around Bikini Bottom, scaring absolutely no one.
Rah, rah, the Flying Dutchman. Rah, the Flying Dutchman.
And for the piece de resistance, they show up at the Krusty Krab's Halloween party to scare the pants off of everyone.
SpongeBob!
Help! Help!
That went so bad that the Flying Dutchman himself was offended.
Hey, what do you know?
Fun fact, that scene was not edited out of the UK. Go figure. Okay, guys, we can make fun of little Archibald all day long, but I do remember being a little disturbed watching this one when I was a kid. Cartoon logic eluded me, and I thought SpongeBob would have to stay that way forever, but never did it cross my mind to start digging away at my friends' skulls. Maybe because I didn't have any friends, but that's neither here nor there. Now, there's an example of the UK censors trying to be smart. Instead of cutting entire scenes or episodes, they tried a gentler hand. What if instead of never letting little Archibald see the bad stuff, we try to make the bad stuff less appealing? In Bubble Troubles, there's a bubble blowing sequence at the beginning of the episode. It's a complete filler and has nothing to do with the rest of the episode.
My turn.
Neato. What's this?
Wow.
Yeah, this goes on for a little while till the boys get bored, so they resort to more creative measures.
Hot sauce! Spicy bubbles!
You can probably guess where this is going. And it keeps going, because we need to pad out the runtime, guys, and we've already run out of ideas by Season 8.
I wonder if hot sauce is bad for our eyes.
You know what would be even funnier? More hot bubbles. That, of course, is the US version, because at a round table where British censors gather, they all ask themselves, how doth we shield young Archibald from the folly of blowing bubbles and hot sauce into his fellow's eyes, innit? I'm like on a mission to offend that whole country in this video. And in their infinite wisdom, they decided to let the scene play out as is, because they cut the bits when the boys laugh and seem to enjoy all the bubble blowing. Because if you only show their eyes burning, the kids won't want to mimic it. So they ended up with this masterpiece. That's it, problem solved. That'll teach the little psychos not to throw hot sauce into each other's eyes. Now you can probably tell that after all these years, SpongeBob has unleashed loads of chaos into this world. Bunches and bunches of violent, reckless, and dangerous scenes could have assaulted little Archibald's hot sauce-ridden eyeballs. We're talking about absolute mayhem.
I have been stabbed. Does this look dangerous? Shot. Poisoned. Hung.
Give me that!
Electrocuted. And burned.
And according to my calculations, I've counted a total of 38 episodes that were deemed too dangerous and too imitatable to be viewed by children in the UK. But that all is nothing, my dear viewer, compared to the most common reasons SpongeBob episodes have been edited. Apparently, the UK laws about epilepsy, seizures, and photosensitivity are much stricter than in the US. There are many, and I do mean many, episodes that have been specifically edited to protect viewers. For example, in Season 2, SpongeBob and Patrick free Man Ray from Mermaid Man's lair. They then decide to teach him to be good, and he in turn decides to torture Patrick. Patrick then fiddles with the guy's tickle belt to get revenge. If it wasn't already clear, epilepsy warning.
Frequency rising! Belt out of control!
Look how few the flashes are in the UK cut.
Frequency rising! Belt out of control!
Or maybe you'd be surprised to note that the finale of the infamous Season 3 episode Midlife Crustacean wasn't edited out, but a washing machine was. It's the episode when Krabs feels like an old fart because, you know, he is. So he turns to the lamest guys in the world for a wild night in the city, SpongeBob and Patrick, and you know what they end up doing? Raiding the panty drawer of Eugene's mom's house. Room. You know what I mean.
Really things! We hit the jackpot! Woo-hoo! I feel young again!
Eugene, what are you doing with my bloomers?
Yeah. You'd think that the subtle hint at incestuous activities would never have made the cut in the UK, but surprisingly, it was left intact. They did, however, edit the scene where the boys take Krabs to a laundromat to watch the washing machine spin, because that's their idea of a night out. Really.
This is a laundromat!
Oh, yeah!
That's what I'm talking about!
Oh, yeah! The colors! Oh!
And in the UK...
Oh, yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
Oh, yeah! The colors!
Or how about Kashina, the talking cash robot made by Plankton to romance the Krabby Patty formula out of crabs? Yeah, that's a real plot line.
Would you make this old crab's day and allow me to take you to a place where you could buy me dinner?
I'd love to.
Scam you out of your secret formula, that is.
And if you haven't seen the episode, believe me, you're one of the lucky ones. Anyway, it's not a Plankton plan if it doesn't fall apart in the end, and when his robot explodes, it's way more flashy in the US version, literally. Compare this to the UK cut. Yeah, there's a bunch of those edits in the show. How many, you ask? Well, let me check. 64 episodes. That's a lot of touch-upping. That's a lot of touching up. That's a lot of editing. From foul language to bombings to sweaty fish butt cracks, it's safe to say that the British broadcasters have been working double overtime to protect little Archibald's brain. If you're more into danger and you like your cartoon videos risky and uncensored, click the link on the screen to keep on watching. And as always, guys, thank y'all for watching.